After just a month in Peru, I'd already completely fallen in love with this country. I'd discovered an endless supply of stunning wild camping spots, quickly been introduced to the friendliness of the Peruvian people, and seen beauty beyond my wildest dreams. But still, Peru had so much more to offer, and I would get to experience this on one of the world's most iconic bikepacking routes, the Peru Great Divide. We've just made it to our first camp spot on the Peru Great Divide, one of the most beautiful but challenging bikepacking routes on the planet. 1,000 miles of dirt roads through the Peruvian Andes, with more than 54,000 meter high passes, remote riding and challenging terrain. And if all of that wasn't enough, it's now the rainy season. But we should be rewarded with endless views and incredible wild camping, so enjoy. Well, what an unbelievable place to spend our first night on the Peru Divide. I'm out here with Kurt, who you might remember from Central America, and he's brought a fishing rod with him, so we're going to go see if we can catch something nice for our first night on the Divide. We might not have had any luck with fishing, but we're still going to eat good tonight.
Damn, we're getting some brownage.
Although we are going to be following the Peru Great Divide in almost its entirety, we have taken on a little side loop here right at the start. And it's pretty cool because it's home to these amazing plants called Puya Raimondi. They're also known as the Queen of the Andes. And they're absolutely huge. They grow for more than 100 years. And right at the end of their life cycle, they bloom one single time with more than 8,000 white flowers. And then they just die. And this bloom can happen any month of the year. So if you see one covered in flowers, you are very, very lucky.
Perhaps it's the color of the sun cut flat uncovering the crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. Mama, you're just on my mind. Trouble, please don't put me down or get upset. I am not pleading or saying I can't forget. I do not walk the floor, bow down the bent, but yet, Mama, you're just on my mind.
These are the kind of shepherd's huts that the guys live out here. Such a crazy place to live.
I am not asking you to say words like yes or no, please understand me. I am not calling for you to go. I'm just breathing to myself, pretending now that I don't know. Mama, you just don't mind.
There we go, come through.
When you wake up in the morning, baby, look inside your mirror. You know I won't be next to you. You know I won't be there. But I'd be curious to know if you can see yourself as clear as someone who has had you on his mind. is mine. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that. No, you're just on my mind.
We've just made it to the top of the first pass of many here. We're at about 15,800 feet. It's the highest either of us have ever been. And I think we're just going to ride down a little bit and find a nice spot to camp a little lower. When we left our camp spot yesterday, I did not imagine we'd end up anywhere more beautiful, but somehow we have. This place is just unbelievable. Although our camp did get invaded last night. Well, we've just made it to the top of the next pass. I think this one's slightly higher than the last, so actually this is now the highest I've ever been. And the views up here are just absolutely unreal. I knew Peru was going to be beautiful, but I never imagined it would be this amazing. In fact, it's been so beautiful and we've been stopping so often to enjoy all the views. Me and Kat actually don't know if we're going to have time to ride the whole divide together. And honestly, we are absolutely okay with that. Because the last few days has been the most I've enjoyed riding a bike by a long way. I mean, just look at this. That is absolutely insane. This hill right here is where we camped last night. These are those beautiful mountains you could see in the background. It's just unbelievable out here.
What lies out in front of you? I know you'll work it out, but if the panic takes hold.
Now, after 2 and a bit days of climbing, we've got 16 miles of descent ahead of us. Oh, this is hard earned.
It's alright, you're on course. We're primed like a slingshot, aiming for the hearts of my young bright stars in the cold. So place your oxygen mask on.
We found pavement. We're heading all the way down into this valley here. This is going to be fun.
You want to find something more? What are you waiting for? If you wind up on the outside,
Unbelievable. Peru is just incredible.
Man, I can't believe they said the Peru Divide was going to be hard.
Up to this point, the Peru Divide had blessed us with nothing but perfect weather, but that was about to change as the rainy season was here. So all we could do is get out early in the mornings when the skies were blue and the roads were dry, and just hope that when the rain came, we'd happen upon a camp spot, or maybe even a town. We soon rolled down to a village called Antacolpa, where we decided to share a ride with an Aussie bikepacker called Jay to try and make it back up into the mountains before the storms came. But even with a van, we couldn't make it in time before the rain. Luckily, it wasn't long though, before the skies cleared and we were pitching our tents somewhere beautiful. We soon said goodbye to Jay, who wanted to hitch a ride to try and catch up with his friends. So me and Kurt headed down to a lake to make some lunch and continue enjoying one of the most beautiful roads we'd ever seen.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God.
That is just insane. So beautiful. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? Bien.
¿A dónde se va?
Para la laguna aquí.
Ah, ya.
Sí, voy a dormir ahí.
A la laguna de Saber.
Sí, sí,
Ah,
sí.
ya, muy bien, muy bien. Ya, hasta la próxima, ya. Ya, hasta chao.
Que lo vaya bien.
Ya, muy bien, muy bien.
Wow. Look at that. Every corner just gets somehow more and more beautiful. Well, it's another beautiful day ending in an amazing campsite. And we really haven't gone far at all today, which is absolutely okay because there's just been so much amazing stuff to stop and enjoy. never thought I'd be making French toast somewhere like this.
Scared of everything, street and time. Turn on the TV just to ease my mind. Who keeps calling me at 4 a.m.? Dreaming in the rain, I'm waiting for a friend. Bodies in pieces and I'm easily fooled. Outside my window, a swimming pool.
This whole place is just unfathomably beautiful, but it is also completely and utterly scarred by mining operations. And it's a really difficult contradiction because obviously in a dream world I wish none of these mines existed and this whole place was just completely untouched and wild. But if the mines didn't exist, neither would the same roads that I'm riding along that's allowing me to see all of this beauty.
These thin walls, I share my neighbor's sounds. So I call you up and see if you're around. We took a taxi, white knuckles on a wheel. This city's locked down and I just wanna feel something.
Somehow just keeps getting more and more beautiful out here.
And I'm sorry that I always
And just as I was saying that, I come around another corner and see this. It's just unbelievable. Oh, it's just a dream out here. Look at that. You were having too much fun. Rain's come to spoil it. At least there's blue skies where we're going. We've decided to take a rest day here in Argentina, and we made a good call because the weather has been absolutely miserable. And it's funny, when we got here, because we've been having such a good time, I had no concept of how long we'd been on the trail or how far we'd ridden. And I took a look, and since leaving Juarez, we've only covered about 180 miles in 11 days, which earlier on in my trip might have given me some anxiety, made me feel bad, but honestly, it's been just such a beautiful pace to enjoy this incredible country. I think when you completely lose track of what day it is and you have no idea how far you're riding, that's when bikepacking becomes the most enjoyable. And although we're out here in Peru to see the wild places and the beauty and the nature, it's been really enjoyable staying in this little town. There was a football tournament on when we got here, the people were all really friendly. And one thing I've really enjoyed about Peruvian towns is that they're really, really clean, which is not something you can say for a lot of Latin American countries. And now, after a day off the bike, I'm just really excited to get back on the road and keep exploring this wonderful country. And so we set off from Argentina to begin what would be a 2-day climb to our highest point of the Peru Great Divide. I wonder if Peru's ever going to stop being amazing. Wow.
I was perched outside in the pouring rain, trying to make myself a sail. Then I'll float to
wow.
you, my darling.
This is going to be interesting. Good luck, don't die.
Darling, I'll leave your skin. I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. Oh, darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy.
Oh, my eyes hurt.
After my but the hurt plays out all the same. And although I'm left defeated, it gets held against my name. I know you got plenty to offer, baby, but I guess I've taken quite enough. While I'm some stain there on your bedsheet, you're my diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Darling, I'll be yours.
Do your eyes hurt? Mine do.
Fingers are freezing.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying if I said this wasn't kind of neat, man.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Just give me some candy after my
Oh yeah, here we go.
I know that the writing's on the wall, but darling, I'll be
Oh yeah, look at that.
Just give me some time before I go. Oh, darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your love. Just give me some time. Waiting for you. Oh,
Oh, what a dream. Oh, that was close. They're still chasing.
Waiting.
35 miles an hour. That is the fastest I've ever been on this bike. Wow. Unbelievable.
I would love to camp with you in that.
Same.
Well, we're having a great day and we have just discovered something pretty terrible, because for the third time on this trip, and interestingly every single time I've been with Kurt when this has happened, I have discovered a load of cracks on my rear rim. Now the issue with this is once the cracks start appearing, it's just a matter of time before the wheel falls apart and the bike becomes unrideable. And I found cracks on 23 of the spoke holes. Right now there's not much wobble in the wheel, and it's been so amazing out here. Neither of us want to stop riding, so we're going to push on. One of the big issues with this happening right now is we're in a pretty remote part of Peru and we're a long way from any bike shops, let alone any bike shops that will have the parts I need to fix this. But in maybe 4 days' time, there'll be a detour not far off our actual route where I'll be able to take a bus into the capital and hopefully get this sorted. Just gotta hope it holds out until then. Well, it is simply just a beautiful morning. I'm going to ride this wheel until it breaks, although I already feel like I'm on borrowed time with it, so I'm going to enjoy every moment. We dropped down yesterday to just below 10,000 feet, which is the lowest elevation we'll be for a long time. And now we're starting a 6,000 foot climb high up into the mountains again. There's something so beautiful about just a nice smooth bit of double track. No houses, no pavement, no fences, just the mountains and a double track. This is without a doubt the steepest climb we've done on the Peru Divide so far. Damn if it isn't worth it. Oh wow. Look at that. Hey buddy. What are you? Looks like we're camping in the clouds tonight. Well, they say the food options on the Peru Divide aren't great, but I'd say that is a pretty good breakfast. So good. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah. Right, buddy. We'll find your people. Yeah, me too, buddy. We're gonna find your home, though. It's gonna be okay. Hey, buddy, your family's here. God damn. We pitched our tents in the clouds with no idea what the view would be like. And now the clouds have passed, it is actually kind of snowing. And I've got just a little glimpse of what the view is, and it is incredible. I haven't seen snow in more than 2 years on the road, and I think I'm just realizing how much I've missed it. This is so cool. Good morning. I don't think I've ever woken up quite so excited to unzip my tent in the morning. Wow. On these kind of trips, it's pretty natural to want to take your rest days in towns and cities where there's good food and nice hotels and comfort. But we've been talking for a while about trying to take a 0 day out in nature somewhere beautiful with no phone signal. And we woke up this morning and figured there's probably not going to be many better places to do it than right here. So we're going to have a day off and just really enjoy this. It's just an unbelievable place. There's even a beautiful river down here, so I think we're going to get the rod out, see if we can catch something.
And a good one.
What you got? What you got? Oh, is that a river tuna? It's a beauty. Of course I had to make some French toast in a place like this. This time we've got Oreo, banana and Nutella. Unbelievable. That's the best one yet. For most of my time in Peru, as I'm leaving a place, I'm constantly finding myself saying, surely it can't get better than this. And time again, Peru just keeps outdoing itself. But this right here, this is going to take some serious topping. This is a special place. I am so happy we took a rest day here and really got to enjoy and appreciate it. But now it is time to leave, so we're going to carry on descending down into this valley and then start climbing up through the next one. Incredible. Ora, Boro. We were cycling through the clouds for hours there, so we just pitched our tents in a random spot before the rain came. And it has cleared up just enough before sunset here for us to see we have chosen very well. I cannot wait to see this in the morning. It rained for so long last night that I ended up having to get out my tent and dig a little trench to keep the water out. But the question is, was it worth it for this spot? Wow, I think it was. The colours on these rocks are just amazing. I don't know anything about geology, but I would really love to understand why they're this colour. It's so cool. A little scary, but very, very cool.
Kids are running around, climbing the trees, picking the flowers and chasing the bees. living off bread and homemade wine is gonna be fine by me. We've been staying inside for quite some time, living on the edges of a world gone by. We lost Bill Withers and we lost John Pride, picking up pieces of a world gone by. In a world gone by, in a world gone by, picking up the pieces and staring at a ceiling of a clear blue sky. In a world gone by, in a world gone by, looking at the evidence, running out of medicine. Everybody's crying and it's leaving us dry. Say there's 2 more days till the end of this phase, till everything's fine and it's going away. But we all know that's a goddamn lie. We're picking up the pieces of a world gone by. And it's been 3 months of hearing nothing but lies. The politician gambles while the old man dies. We're losing our breath and we're losing our pride. The politician gambles while the old man dies. While the old man dies, while the old man dies, thinking with the hairs that stand on our backs when our throats get dry. In a world gone by, in a world gone by, looking at the evidence, running out of medicine. Everybody's crying and it's leaving us dry. Looking at the evidence, running out of medicine. Everybody's crying and it's leaving us dry.
I've pitched my tent on many football pitches along this journey, but this has got to be the most beautiful one. It's an awesome little town we're nearby as well, and we figured it would probably be a good idea to be close because I think we might get some quite strong winds tonight. Just a short ride that day took us to a town where we could hitch a ride towards the capital city. And all of a sudden we were saying goodbye to the mountains that began to feel like home. Our time spent riding the Peru Great Divide was undoubtedly the slowest of my entire journey, covering just 300 miles in the 20 days. But that's okay, because these days were also some of the most memorable of the last 2.5 years. Because bikepacking isn't about how far you go or where you end up. All that really matters is what you experience, the memories you make, and the people you meet. And if you get the opportunity to slow down and form a deeper connection with the places you're passing through, well, that's just all the better. After all, isn't this why we travel by bike in the first place?